Hi guys, welcome to Class Rock and Country Music Facts and Trivia. Thank you for stopping by. Today's video is on Wynonna Judd, the Judds per se. Wynonna Judd opened up about moving forward after the tragic loss of her mother. An inspiring story as a result of immense pain and tragedy. Of course, Wynonna Judd has been through a lot in her personal life over the years, notably with her mother Naomi, the other half of the legendary country duo, the Judds, who sadly died by suicide in April of 2022. The Judds were one of the most successful country duos of all time, signing with RCA Records in 1983. Naomi and Wynonna Judd released 6 records between '84, kicking things off with their debut, Wynonna and Naomi, and ending their career with Love Can Build a Bridge. Both were impressive vocalists with tons of talent that meshed perfectly with the natural chemistry of being mother and daughter. While they certainly had their issues over the years, Wynonna loved her mother deeply and was obviously devastated when she passed away. But she managed to turn that pain into something beautiful, and it hasn't slowed down her career much at all. In fact, Wynonna has been out on the road performing her first 2 solo albums for fans who had been with her from the start. An interview with Clint Black on his Circle Network show, The Talking in Circles with Clint Black, she got very honest about how hard it had been and why she's chosen to view it as a lesson rather than letting it hold her back and play the victim, which I think she has every right to do because I can't imagine how traumatic the last several years have been. She said, "So this tour is me going through my first 2 albums, and I know I'm going to look at the audience and I'm going to see some mother who has 2 kids, maybe even a grandchild who was there in 1992-ish. That's when it came out. She'll be sitting in the audience and I'll be singing it now, so I'm going through this record, each song as it was on the record. I'm doing 2 albums in one night, which will be celebration of just how far I've come, that I got through it. I'm better, not bitter, for all the crap that's happened to me. That's the key. I think you have to get a place in your life where you realize you're not a victim. And all this crap has happened to me with Mom committing suicide. I had a choice to make. I can either let that define me or give me permission to show everybody and myself that I could do it, even in spite of the hellish time period I went through. That I could still sing. And so I went on tour because fans bought the tickets and they were there for me. And I thought I'm not going to stay home and complain. I'm going to go to work." She showed up at her Country Music Hall of Fame induction the day after her mother passed. That gives you any indication of what an incredibly strong woman she is. And of course, there are times that the grief catches up to her. Like on holidays her mom loved, in Halloween and Christmas. She said, "We live on the farm together. Ashley lives here in the house I gave her. I live in the middle and Mom's over here, so I was literally, just a short side-by-side drive. When she left, I was so devastated. I thought, I don't know if I'm going to make it through this. I'm so lost." Because we take so much for granted, don't we? Until it's gone, and then it's gone. It's like, oh my God. Just like with Christmas, her whole thing was Christmas and Halloween. And she did all the parties, and she was the party girl, and I'm shy, quiet, and I have the 40 animals, and I'm very solid. She's the outgoing one. She's the extrovert. I'm the omnivore, which is both I can do this or I just in the farm clothes. She also talked about the helpless feeling that comes along with losing a parent in that way. Clint Black also lost his father to suicide. And now she never could have imagined how much pain her mother was in and how she appeared so okay on the outside while she was really crumbling on the inside. Wynonna has managed to find hope, though, in raising her granddaughter, which has given her a very different perspective on life. She has found new purpose in her music and tour, and now sees it as an opportunity to encourage others and bring awareness to what her mom was going through, so someone else might feel less alone. She said, "But now that she's gone, I don't know what to do, Clint. You told me that your father committed suicide, so we have that in common. What do you do with that kind of crap that happens to you? You feel so helpless, and there's a mystery there as to why." So I had to go through that like you did, right? Well, you kind of had more of a why, I think, than I do. Because everybody thought she was okay. Everybody thought everything's okay, and it's not okay. You don't know what's going on. I was on tour and distracted. You don't know how bad it was. I really didn't. Because she's such a talker and a teacher to everybody else. She was a light to everybody else, but inside, she was crumbling, and it's just a weird time. And this past year, I've learned so much about myself, and now that I'm with my grandbaby 24/7, I'm learning that there is life after death. And if I can go on this tour, this is heavy, and I can go out on stage and I can help someone decide to stay instead of leaving, then I've done my job. I just know that when I'm going through, after all our parents' death I'm now an orphan. I have to decide whether the cup is half full or half empty. It's simply inspiring the way Wynonna speaks so publicly about her tragic event in her life, and her attitude and outlook on it is admirable, to say the least. I'm sure she still hurts a lot every day, but she's slowly picking up the pieces and continued touring and doing what she loves, which I'm sure helps her feel close to her mom as well. And again, there's a documentary out of her and Ashley speaking about all this, and I haven't got to see it yet. I really want to see it. But this interview was just, I had no idea Clint Black's dad passed away by that method as well. It's just a heartbreaker. In case I'm putting it up there in the suicide hotline in case you know, so you are someone who's contemplating, or you know someone who is, please call that number and get help. There's nothing worth taking your own life for. Nothing at all. Please subscribe if you have not yet. Please like this video. I'd appreciate it. Have a great day, guys. God bless you. And I'm praying for you.